Hey folks, how you doing? It's Chris Cole and welcome across to vlog number 2. We're getting underway now with the content. Now in today's vlog what I want to talk about is video marketing and probably one of the biggest fears that I have seen online from many people that talk about starting a YouTube channel or doing any form of video marketing. And believe it or not, this fear is themselves. It's either a fear of hearing their own voice on camera, or it's a fear of seeing their own face and appearing on camera just like I am now. Now, of course, this is all up here. It really is all up here. And I would urge anybody that has that fear to basically get over themselves. What they need to do is set a camera up and just get used to hearing their own voice, get used to talking towards the camera. If you can learn to master that fear, great things can come from your video marketing and obviously broadcasting your message out to the world. Obviously with showing your face as well. Now I'm sure you can see from what you can see over my shoulder is my permanent green screen. We have leaning the wrong way. We have my softbox lighting. We have my audio mixing desk. We have my super duper microphone. You don't need that equipment to get started. In all honesty, you do not. What you do need, or what you're probably going to need, is a simple webcam, a simple audio recording thingy, microphone, whatever you need, and maybe a screen capture software or way to capture your screen. If you can do 2 out of 3 of those things, well then you're pretty much all set for starting your video marketing. It's not hard. It's a matter of you taking action and learning to do this. Now, I have a particular friend on Facebook, not going to mention his name. He's probably watching this, by the way, as well. And he, at the time, had a fear of getting on camera. He just couldn't do it. So what he done was he set himself a challenge. He went out there and basically he started to do videos, and he eventually learned to get over himself. He learned to present on camera. He learned to understand that people, they didn't laugh and joke at him because he did have a serious message to bring. And he was himself. He got quirky, done whatever he'd done. That basically got to the point where eventually it got my Facebook news feed was filled with his posts, and I knew videos. He was learning and crafting his trade, and that's really all you've got to do. You got to go away there. You got to practice. You don't have to make these public in the initial days, but when you learn to get them, when you learn to get over yourself, take your videos public, that's when you start to go into a new stratosphere. That's when you could start to get a real impact with your YouTube channel, get a real impact with your following, or even get noticed online. That, of course, is if you want to brand yourself as a video marketer and as a video marketer, or get your business's message out there. So, as I said, the biggest fear that most people have is mainly fear of themselves, and then, of course, the technology. And that's what I want to be covering on the inside of Broadcast Geeks, or part of what I want to be covering. So, obviously, it's a brand new site at the moment. I would appreciate any questions you have, reference video marketing, audio setup, technical setup, all of that good stuff. And I'm going to start filling this site with all of that solid content. Now, of course, what I'd love you to do is go across into this post, ask your questions below the video. There's going to be a comments area. Ask your questions there. Leave me any feedback. Have a snoop around the site, and if you want to find some of my social channels that I'm currently setting up, well then, of course, go find the channel, subscribe to me on YouTube, find me on Instagram and find me on Twitter. I will eventually get the links up there. But for now, what you got to do is get over yourself first and foremost for your video marketing. Once you can do that, well then your video marketing goes off to a completely new sort of zone thereafter.